Wow, really cool. Looking forward. How is it going?
Good. How are you, Derek?
Fine, thank you.
Welcome on board the demo car.
Hey, Chris. This is actually the Chris. Wow.
This is Chris on the windshield in its natural habitat, you could say. Have you had one before, or is this your first time with Chris?
I'm actually a Chris virgin, so this is my first time.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right.
But please update me. How is it going?
Yeah, it's been a really busy year. We've recently been at IFA in September, this big show here in Berlin, launching Chris. That was a huge milestone for us.
Yeah.
Because we really finally could start selling Chris and get it out there.
Yeah.
We also were shipping, actually in that time frame up until this week, we were shipping Chris to our Kickstarter backers and people who pre-ordered. So everyone who backed Chris and supported Chris before we launched now has their Chris, and that feels really good. It's the people who believed in us most. They now have the product, and that's really a big milestone for us too.
You can now really look to the future, what is going to be improved.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. Really nice. Really nice. So where are we heading for?
So we're heading back to the German Autolabs office. So maybe one thing I could show you is how the navigation works on Chris.
Yeah. This is new, huh?
So the navigation was there, but it didn't have what we call the pictograms, the map views.
Yeah, right.
Which actually makes the navigation only really the navigation. So we have that now, and let me show you. Hey, Chris, navigate to German Autolabs. It's now looking for the destination.
I found several routes to German Autolabs. The first one is via Strahlorer-Platz and will take 4 minutes. Do you want to take this route?
Yes. That's how it looks. We call this, we call it the a glanceable view. So it's very, reduced, simple information so that you're not distracted while you drive.
Okay. Looks really nice. So we're going to take a little tour around Berlin, right?
Yes.
The highlights.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, play The Sky.
In 300 yards, turn right onto a Burble.
So we launched Chris in September during IFA show, and as it's natural with a little child, has to learn certain things and to improve the teething pains as we know it, or Kinderkrankheiten in German. And that is something that we take very serious, and with those over 2,000 units that we have shipped already and have in the market, we do a continuously improving of the product. So for the now immediate future, it's really to get more features out. iOS is in close beta. That's something where we expect to launch it very soon to the iOS users. WhatsApp is to be launched. We recently, with the last release, released the map use and navigation, and to improve and accelerate that. And on the other side, we also planning to integrate new features, third-party services, and launching potentially also new languages.
Yeah, so Patrick, could you maybe share some more product updates?
Yeah, in addition to navigation, we're also working on WhatsApp at the moment. WhatsApp is for many of our backers, the main service they use for messaging, and they've really missed it in the product. So we're really focusing on that as the second big update to Chris, and hope to be able to release that very soon.
Yeah.
So one of the new features that we're going to launch very soon is WhatsApp, and why don't I show you how easy it is? So Patrick is just in the car and driving around, so I send him WhatsApp here. Let me see. Hi Patrick, I know you're doing the demo. How's it going? So, and done, and he receives it in the very moment in the car.
So, okay, you can now really focus on future development.
WhatsApp messages. Do you want to read it?
Yes.
The messages. Hi Patrick, I know you are doing the demo. How is it going? Do you want to reply?
Yes. Hi Holger, it's great in the demo. It's a small step for us in the car, but a big step for mankind, of course.
Okay, nice. So we have the music, we have the map working. Time to get some questions from our viewers. Andre Engel is asking for the Bluetooth to radio connection.
Yeah. So Bluetooth to radio means actually when Chris connects to your car, so that we could hear this music through the car and not only through Chris, which will make a big difference. That's the next big feature we want to work on after WhatsApp and navigation now. And we're hoping to be able to release it very early next year.
Yeah. So you can really have like the full-on experience
Exactly.
that you're used to while listening to music.
And like that, we are working on other services to be launched as well within the next weeks and months. Chris is a living product, so you can expect with any update new features, more stable features, and also more apps to be integrated.
We've heard that the iOS app is now in closed beta, but of course the Android app is already in the Google Play Store.
For the Android app, of course we are releasing this pictogram or map view navigation. We're going to improve it a little bit. The next updates will be WhatsApp, as we spoke about.
Yep.
But what we will also do is actually now also introduce a beta community for Android, so that features, for example, like WhatsApp, we can send to our very engaged early users earlier, and they can give us feedback and test it.
You also notice no more U-turn advices now.
Correct. Yeah,
also
we're getting closer
Chris,
to it.
it's now like heading straight for the
Exactly.
for the end destination.
Yeah, which is why it's actually now showing us the music instead, because I don't need to see the map anymore.
Wow. Okay.
So I really have to say that I think we almost have a perfect timing here as a company, but also for the product. Voice interfaces and platforms are just so on the spot. Everyone sees this, everyone has a connected speaker at home. And that perception also is coming back from a lot of industries in a hospital or in a manufacturing production environment. And for us with automotive, and with automotive, we also see a very strong need in the field, for example, of insurances, where more and more the trend will be to drive safer and getting people aware of their drive style. And we have a, I think, very good solution for that.
In 300 yards, you'll arrive at the destination.
Thank you so much for the ride, Patrick.
Thank you, Derek, for driving with me.
My pleasure.